Welcome to the WBC Arena. Excited to be here for this one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. One of the best to ever do it. Carl the Cobra Froch, a super middleweight multi-time world champion. Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat. They ring the bell, and here we go. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Caution is being thrown to the wind. That counter shot lands. What a punch. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. Couldn't land that jab.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. How about that time counter shot? They exchanged punches. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. That bell could not... And there's the bell to start the round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter lands. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're gonna punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Nope, that hook won't score. one of these athletes is going to say I can't? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Froch in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nobody home with that hook. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you've got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That hook was off target. These punches coming from every angle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Talk about a... They ring the bell, and here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them. They may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because somebody's going to get hurt and someone's going to react.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Just missing with the uppercut. Pretty close fight here in this round. You don't want to trade shots.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That counter shot lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Only catching air with that hook. Well done with that counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
We're hoping for an all-action full-action slugfest. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Perfect counter shot. Talk about Froch in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity. There's the bell to start the round. Not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's gonna have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Froch in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
The bell to start the round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? It's all offense all the time. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, well, we'll just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The courage on display here is incredible. Beautiful counterpunch. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful. You know the scorecards are gonna be all over the place in this one. Talk about Froch in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
And that'll do it for the minute. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
So far, both of these fighters have had their moments. Can't land the jab there.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Jab won't score. Swing and a miss with that jab. Needs to put some combination work together. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. To be careful for that receipt. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
A couple of big units there, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
This fight has a real good flow to it. So much firepower here. Shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Well, you know, with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano. They're letting the shots go.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? And they are delivering. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Ring the bell, and here we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Catch and shoot. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
And remember, with the lighterweights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong. They won't give us a second to catch our breath.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. That hook was off target. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in. And there's the bell to start the round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter shot lands. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nope, that jab not gonna score. Halfway through the round. At some point, the corner has to say you're done.
Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's staggered. Does he know? Does he know he's even gone?
Has he weathered the storm?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. There's a counter shot. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. The jab doesn't quite connect. Good counter punch. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.